What's going on? How's your Friday going? You in one giant bear trap? So Monday's open, but there's no repo 'cause it's a federal holiday, and there's no repo, and there's something else. I want to see this hit 36.16 though. I'm gonna triple down on Monday's SPX. I'm already in right now, but I'm not in a position where averaging would be ideal. I'm gonna wait, because I think we may see this number here. Maybe not, but one minute till power hour. Yeah, let's see what happens. And again, man, if you, I'm personally, I kind of regret not selling the SPX 5000 for December instead of just holding them, because I could have sold for like 4 to 5 grand and just bought them right back in at the same price. Because basically, I'm even from where I was 2 days ago. But it could have been profit, taking it, reset. I mean, that's how you got to cycle it, I think. Starting to get a little pop here. Make way for the RSI drop. See, I'm thinking about how they're going to play it overall, because we have CPI coming up, and there's already the narrative floating around that somehow the inflation numbers may look better, which would be interesting. From a daily RSI perspective, I mean, we've cooled off to I mean 37. This right here is the target though. It's just the question is when. Right here. I'm thinking FOMC. You always look back in hindsight and you're like, well, shit, they just gapped it up, traded for 3 days. Really, not much happened here. We got most of the action came in the pre-market after hours, and then you just go right back down. I mean, perfect in and out. It's basically the same thing on a bigger scale. Here and here, same shit. Everyone's jacked to the tits. Everyone is freaking the fuck out. Well, you could be jacked to the tits both ways. Yeah, they're gonna do that thing where they just make a little bit more room for the RSI, make everyone think we're gonna recover in power hour just to fucking tank it right back to that low target. Because once they hit this, the super trend is cleared on the downside for every time frame. So I'm thinking that's what they're going for. Because it's just average true range, so it's been hitting fucking every time frame. If you find like one that's, for example, this one's the only time frame where the super trend's lower than the current price, other than of course the quarterly and the yearly, but we're talking relevant time frames. This is the last one left to hit. It's hit every single one today. Let's see if I can turn that on here. On the daily, it's 36.38.79, which is right around that as of right now. I'm sorry, this is the 1 minute, my bad. The 1 minute is 36.38.79. So we're trading above the 1 minute super trend now. 2 minute 36.34. 36.46 on the 3 minute. And then the 5 minute, that, you know, your standard day trader time frame, I guess you could say, we're looking at 36.48. So it'll be interesting to see if we hit that mark. This candle finishes in what, 30 seconds? Watch it hit 36.48 in that time. That'd be hilarious. It's pushing it. This candle closes at 2:05 and it's 36.45. I got close. See, and there it goes. The super trend's the red line that just shot across. Got real close. And this is the 5 minute. Let's go to the 10 minute now, and it's still, you know, still got a ways to go. 36.56, and it just keeps cycling up the higher you go. 36.60 to 36.81. 37.09, 37.57, and then you go back down to 36.16.71. It actually moved up 1 penny. But with the super trend though, sometimes it doesn't always hit. As you see here, if you look at the candle versus where the line is, there's still some space there usually. It doesn't like to go above the super trend. Or it would flip. That's the whole pattern. I think the weekly is at let's see, 42.99 on the weekly. 42.99. Monthly is 48.81. 51 on the month, and then the quarterly, I believe it starts going back down. Yeah, we're at like 32.35. And then 21.85 on the yearly. But okay, so the 4 hour actually, hold on. The 4 hour just turned green. It literally just reset, I think. Yeah, it did. Or this is going to finish up at 4, I think 4 o'clock. A couple hours here. But it did turn green. And it was green here as well. So yeah, when it turns red, which it's probably going to, I would assume this candle or the next, that's when your trend reversal is going to be. Yeah, greens should mark your respective bottom or top, depending on which direction you're going. I mean, it is a Friday. They're likely going to go if this is the true target today, then they're you know what they're going to do. They're going to likely just stall out power hour and go for it in the last 30 minutes. Yeah, boring ass day though. The only move today, man, I'm telling you, that repo today, that was the only move that I found worthy of a trade. And then I've just been waiting and just slowly accumulating SPX calls from Monday. Let's go to the one real quick. I think I actually traded this off the one earlier. Yeah, it was this one right here. Like, literally, like I bought in I think it was like right here. If it was a few minutes before repo, like right here, and then you just held for about 5 to 7 minutes. Boom. Easy. And I'm thinking because like we saw in the group today, we saw the super trend hit like it was literally on the cent on the lower time frames, like the 1, 2, 3, 5 minute. So I'm thinking that if you go higher up in time frame, I bet that there's more room because obviously you're not going to get the super trend to hit on the dime every single time. But this one got pretty freaking close. What's the low today? 36, 34, 27. I mean, that's pretty close. It's not to say we're going to finish up the job later, but let me go look and see if I can actually see that. Okay, so this one here on the 1 minute got within 3 cents of the super trend on this candle. And then the super trend changed. Then very next candle, like as soon as it got within 3 cents, it changes and it goes up higher. Interesting indicator, especially when you combine it with the Bollinger Band. Very telling. Specifically for the 3 and the 5 though. When the bands get tight like this, it's supposed to signal volatility. And when they're wide like this, infers trend continuation. So whenever they start getting real tight like this together though, that's when you usually get some kind of price action. I kind of want to see the super trend close up. It's pretty damn close. Because I'm pretty sure that if they get, within the range close enough to hit this number and this marker here, it's going to change the super trend on the 4 hour for the following candle that's going to be printed later, which we'll have to refer to and make sure, but we're heading that way. And that's where I have my limit set. I probably lowballed them though, so I'm gonna have to go in and adjust them. I'm pretty sure because they're holding up pretty good. I'm still only down like 20% on my initial. I bought them initially for 40 cents. I have a limit set at 15, but I don't think they're going to get that low. Even if it goes to 36.60, I'm going to raise it a little bit. But you see out here the B bands get real tight and then they widen up and you see the gap down and the downtrend. When you see these big bubbles like that, it's usually when there's a big price movement that occurs. And it seems to be, you know, the wider they are, the bigger the gap. But that's your gap. Another way to find gaps is just turn on the B bands. Whenever you see these little bubbles like this, typically means gap. One's right there. And if you can't see one on the 5 minute, there may be one on a lower one. So just keep that in mind. There's the big one. There it is. Let's go back to the 5. These should start to widen up if this continues. You'll see it widen. Not like this. That was overnight. But on the 1 minute, they're starting to widen out. It's gonna hit it. It's going to. And that is where you buy in for Monday. They shake as many people out as they can because they wait until the very last minute of the Friday where everyone's already been impatient, can't handle their shit. Even if it doesn't hit this price here by close, like 5 or 10 minutes before, I'll just adjust and buy the dip. Just fuck it. Worst thing that could happen is it gaps down overnight on Monday. Oh well. Like whenever I see the shit, it's just clearing room in my mind. They're just making room, and you just gotta time it. You can make good money on the upside. The downside moves happen overnight. Most of them, the bulk of the move, the meat of the move happens overnight. So it's like you can't really chase puts with high IV and make money 100% of the time, but puts definitely made money this year. There's just a lot of factors going into this shit, man. A lot. But so far, dude, this indicator has been one of the most helpful as far as just you turn it on and you just cycle through the time frames and you can find the support resistance. You just have to look at them all. You can't just be stuck on one time frame. But like I know that I've looked several times today that this is the only one that the price is currently lower. But I'm about to cycle through again just to make sure that everything's good. 4 hour. Yeah, 36, 16, 71. 37, higher, higher, and it should get a little bit less higher. Yep, still higher. And then if you think about the cycling of it all, I mean, so this candle here, the only one that's below the current price on the 4 hour, the next candle prints at 4 p.m. which I believe is when they stop trading options, but it's almost like it's like the clock resets, because then the only thing that's I think that would clean it up actually. I don't think there's nothing else below the current price as far as super trend, and there won't be until it starts trending back up, and then it will slowly turn the 1 minute lower and the 2 and the 3, and it'll cycle back up that way. But the fact that the 4 hour is the only one left with downside price, and it's like the cycle's coming up on the week's end, and then we got fresh start Monday. It's just interesting that it all kind of lines up. It's like right there, dude. Like the super trend here, back here, when we were 3601, was 3787. And then we ran to a high of 3791. So just slightly above it. Pretty damn close. And then when we got to this point, the super trend changed to 35.99. And then we're here to this point, and now it's changed back a little bit higher than where it was, but to that 36.16, which should again turn higher just like it did here on Monday. But yeah, it's almost like it's predicting the future price. This one here is, again, this was 9:30. It said 37.87, and then we literally run to that price, like a few bucks higher. And then when we run to that price, then it changes to 3600 basically, which is where we are now for the most part, right around where its target is now. And then it should flash the next upside target Monday. I mean, how easy is that shit? Like here, it was 42.35, and then went to 42.15. This one here is 41.93. Whoop, my internet's going out. Yeah, I've been killing it with this indicator lately. I'm just going to keep doing it until it doesn't work. I said today I was only going to play the repo if, depending on the numbers, and the numbers came out and I saw that little bullshit trend. Because I saw this like right around when the repo numbers came out. So I was like, oh shit, okay, so this is likely, since it's the only one downside and there's still time on the clock to get there, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit this today. Everything's reset to the upside now for next week. And if there really is a positive inflation narrative, I mean, that'll be interesting to see. I mean, if we see a premature repo drop and then they claim inflation's better, dude, holy shit, we know that they're gaming the numbers now, because repo is inflation, bro. Just come and do it, Timmy. Just get it over with. The RSI doesn't want to, but the crime wants it to. It's pretty damn close, though. I mean, for the 4 hour, I mean, not bad. You can't always be too convicted on one indicator. That's the thing. You got to be like, close enough is okay, because you don't want to miss the bottom here. I've just been slowly adding on. I'm up to like maybe 6 now. Nothing too crazy yet, but I plan on tripling that if it hits this number. Or it gets, I'm within a few bucks. And anyone new in the group, I mean, this is not something that I would recommend trading and putting your hard-earned money into every day. This is something that I personally like to study on a daily basis. And yeah, I do trade it, but I do it very specifically. I don't, I'm not worried about what SPY is going to do every second of every day. I play calculated entries and exits based on stuff like this, based on the repo, and then I'm holding for obviously the longer term expectations of later this year. But yeah, don't get caught up in the chat. The chat can be toxic to your psychology. You don't want to get caught up in it. I would just focus on you more than anything else, I think. Set realistic buying power. Try to be, condition yourself to stick with your strategies and your goals and whatnot, and then you'll see tremendous results. Worrying about what everyone else is doing all the time or what a stock's gonna do, it's gonna throw you off. You're not gonna be able to trade. You have to focus on what's relevant. And the only thing that's relevant right now is a few things. One, there's record short interest in the market. Two, BlackRock basically took over for the Fed in 2019. They injected stimulus into the markets via the COVID narrative, rehypothecated it, used it to help segregate all the bad collateral from the good collateral for the SOFR to LIBOR changeover. And then the new capital requirements were passed later in 2021. SLR was passed the year before to allow them to even get all these assets in the first place, which combined the big three are holding the exact same amount that the Fed's balance sheet is. And again, there's record short interest. The repo is a shorting, operationally shorted mechanism. Trap liquidity, and it's an inflation not fighting, that's what they claim. It's inflation creating. That's why when the repo reduces, inflation's going to come down. That's why inflation hasn't came down yet. What's gone down? The markets. What has not gone down? Short interest, inflation, and the repo. And the amount of bear narratives you see all over the internet, because that's the only thing they have. We're getting real close. I don't even know if I'm even live right now. My internet could have crashed. I could be talking to myself, but either way, I don't care. That's the thing. I'm just here. I enjoy doing this shit. And I spend a lot of time trying to, figure out what is happening, which I recommend anyone do, because it will definitely help you. And cited works are great too. You can find so many cited works out there. Like this, I learned all this strategy I'm doing here from a cited work. And it was written this year, 2022. Instead of going on Reddit, reading some opinionated post by some, it could be an institution posing as a retailer on the internet for all you know. Instead of just going with that, why not just go actually read a cited work from, you know, someone that actually is traded with peer-reviewed documentation? I would definitely rather use his advice than some dude on Reddit. Not to say all shit on Reddit's bad. I'm just saying you got to be careful with that shit, especially when it involves money. Everyone wants to get rich quick. I get it. It's not possible unless you're lucky, or sometimes unlucky. So based on what I'm seeing from here, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it overextended this a little bit. Maybe you went a few bucks below it, since here it went a few bucks above it. I've started trading with this now for a couple weeks. I paper traded it for like 6 weeks before I even wanted to risk putting my own money in. But it's pretty accurate. You just got to constantly watch it. Make sure no surprises happen. Okay, the 1 minute's higher now. 2 minutes higher. Yeah, everything's still higher than the 4 hour. 39. 36.90 there. 37.27. And then you got your 36.16 right there. $38.88. Weekly 42.42. I believe the 4 hour is the only one with a green super trend also. You notice how the super trend here, if you can see it, hold on. I don't know, this is probably not helping. See how it's... Damn, I can erase this line. Okay, let me turn the B bands off. That might help. This is how Helen Keller has to trade. Okay. See how it's green there? It's red here. Red there. But then the 4 hour is green. It's the only one that's green. Because it's gotta be the trend reversal. Everything else is red. And above the current price, not below. Okay, I'm gonna get out of this mode now. Exit fool. $36.22. I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute now. Oh. Come on, you can do it. Oh shit, I have to reinstall. Hold on. I wonder if I can do this in time. I accept. Oh no. I wanted to I had a problem with the bot. The reason the bot's been down all day is because I've had issues. So I had to reinstall this real quick. So hopefully I can get it. Because I wanted to show you the time in sales in real time, like how it looks whenever, if they were to get real close to that price. Let's see if this will actually work now. No, I didn't want the history restored, you bastard. That's not working. Okay, our command's working now. Nope. Oh, okay, now it's working. Okay, shit. Alright. Look at the order flow. Look at the order flow. Time and sales, SPY. No, not SPY, shit, SPX. It may not work with the SPX, actually. Oh well. How low did we get? We got 36.21.13. Pretty close. Oh, there it is. There's the gap. It just gapped. Did you see that? There's the 1 cent gap right there. It's done. It's over. I think, if this closes above it, I'm pretty sure that was the bottom right there, that marked by the gap. 1 cent gapper. Now it's going to go back up and trend towards the other super trends. That was the bottom. Fucking A right there. Son of a bitch. Son of a beach. Am I even live right now? Okay, I'm live. You see that shit though? That's it right there, bro. I'm telling you, right there. We waited. We watched this for what, 30 minutes? That's it, right there. It got within, and that's a 4-hour time frame marker, marked by a 1 gap support. That's your play right there. You could have just made a pretty decent amount. You probably could have made 30% on that. On that 1 candle. What was the low though? 36.21.13. I still wouldn't be shocked if this motherfucker comes back around and snags this bitch, but we'll see. But that was beautiful. I mean, right there. And then the super trend marks it too at the same time. Damn. That's beautiful. There's still 22 minutes left on the clock though, so I'm not, that gap's still there, so we'll see. Those are the things to look for though. Like whenever you see this gap created like that at the bottom of a super trend, that's good. Good for reversal. It got within $4, $3.50 or so. Not bad. My shit filled. I mean, really, you could have done 2 things there. You could either averaged on your 500s for December at this point right here, like would have been ideal at this, anywhere within this time zone here. That's would have been your ideal spot to average down or make a quick scalp. Because dude, right, that's money right there. That's all you need in options is to make money. And if you buy in right before that happens, you're gonna be in profit, guaranteed. Unless you just bought stupid far out of the money or something. But yeah, And with SPX especially, I mean, I always play for the following expiration. I don't like to play them 0 DTE. I feel like it's suicide. So just play 1 day ahead of time. But yeah, that was money right there. And possibly even more, but you don't want to get greedy with it. All you want to take away from that is, oh shit, I timed that bottom by using one indicator and looking at multiple time frames. And then you could also have paired that up with the RSI being oversold, which it still is on like the 30 minutes, still oversold. 1 hour's basically oversold. It's just put them all together. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Because that's the thing. Like all this shit that happens right here, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter unless you have options in the market that are expiring relatively soon. This should not matter. That's why I can't do the whole 0 DTE mindset. It would be too stressful. Always gotta do 1 day out. All this shit here is designed to shake you out and make you make decisions that you weren't gonna make before and second guess yourself and all that shit. But if you just quietly and patiently wait for the bottom when you know that there's gonna be one, that's when you should get in. Instead of chasing the bottom. Just wait until it hits. Because I mean this indicator has been that's another spot on hit. And then the daily, and then you think about the upside on the daily right now. 38.88. I mean, I bought my calls for they're in the 3700s. So if those go in the money by Monday, holy shit, that's gonna be profit, like big time. And that's what they're betting on you not doing is getting a call or two early in the day, letting it bleed out to 60 to 80%, and then sniping the bottom on it if it still makes sense to do so. Let's say it kept tanking and it's like we're trading at 3600 by now. Yeah, then my initial buy-ins of like $40 each, it would have been $80 down the drain, but it's better than averaging down blindly and then wasting $300, $400, $500 on shit. But considering things happen how I thought they would, then you can average down at the bottom later in the day, and now you're sitting on minor losses, if not already profiting, heading into the weekend. You don't have to have a shitty weekend. And then if it gaps down Monday, it gaps down Monday. It is what it is. But your chances are a lot better considering everything's oversold and it's Friday and all of the super trends are pointing upside, or multiple indicators are pointing upside. You got the settlement window coming up soon, which we always dip into the settlement window. It's like almost every single time. We're above the 1, we're above the 2, we're above the 3, we're above the 4. Nope, we're just about to hit the 4. Oh, they're the 5, so I'm sorry, not the 4. 5 minute. 5 minute is at 36.39.67. So is this the stopping point? That's the question, because that's where the super trend stops here. Is it going to breach this 36.39.67? Because if it does, then we're looking at 36.50. Let's see what happens. This could be the stopping point, though. And if it is, then you scale back to make sure that you're not fucking yourself. 5 minute, you see how it hit that super trend, but it didn't get above it. It touched it right here on this candle. So the 5 minute was a stopping point. 36.39.67. What was the high? It got within 20 cents of that super trend. So then now we know now, because we already know that the 4 hours lower and we know what the price is. It's 36.16. That means they're going to only be a few other time frames lower. 3, which is 36.22. The 2, which is 36.24. And then the 1, which is 36.29. So you want to be looking at the 1 minute right now since it's the closest one to the current price on the downside. So you're between the 1 minute 36.29 and the 5 minute 36.39. You're in between these two time frames right now until the price surpasses one of them. We're currently trading at 36.32. The super trend on the 1 minute is 36.29, or a few bucks lower. The 2 and the 3 are lower than the 1 minute, so we shouldn't look at those yet because they're lower than the 1 minute. But the 5 minutes higher at 6.39. So we're in between the 1 and the 5. Hopefully that makes sense. So really, I could. I'm gonna put 2 grids on here, right? I don't like this layout. Let me get the app. It's the same thing. Okay, so now we're going back. Where are we at? 6:35. So now you look back at the 5 minute, clearly going up towards it, and we know that if we pass that 6:38 or 6:39, 67, we have a in between now of, it would be the 10 minute, which was going to be 36.50, unless there's one lower than that. Yeah, it should be the 10 minute. But yeah, we're still in between the 5 and the 1. I can actually mark that on the chart. $36.39. This is the 5 minute. $36.29.53. So this is what we're looking at. This is our 4 hour. I'm going to mark it different color. 4 hour. This is our upside 5 minute, and this is our 1 minute. So this one should update here in about an hour and 10 minutes. And then that will be telling moving forward. But for the immediate price action, you're looking at these two. 36.39, 36.29. We're looking like we're heading back down towards that 36.29. I mean, I would not be still within that zone though. 329, 339. 36.39. Where is it? It's right here. Got 10 minutes left in the day. All right, so did we just pass through? Yep. Okay, so we're over the 5 minutes. So now we go to the 10, and the 10 is at 36.50. No. Probably got close enough. It was just a few bucks within range. 5 minute is, what's the 5 minute now? So the 5 is, see how the 5's lower now? The 5 is 36.17 now. So it's cycling back up. The 1 minute now is 36.31, so the 1 minute's going up. And then the 10 minute is at 36.50. 5 minute 36.17. That's crazy. I was gonna put 0.0. Three minutes lower now. When did this candle print? Oh shit. Oh, okay. Hold on. No. Okay. This 4-hour candle resets in 8 minutes. I forgot. This is I'm Central Time, but I forgot Weevil displays it in Eastern. Yeah. This will actually reset in 8 minutes. I'm curious to see what this resets to. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and remove this. We're in between the 10 minute and the what? What's the low side target now? Oh, wait, right, 5 minute. 5 minute changed again. Thank God. I was like, why did that go lower? That was confusing me. $36.39 here. And we're at 36.38. 37. So we may be below this now. Which means 3 minutes, 23, 24, 31. Anyways, hope you all have a good weekend. Shit. You'd still be in good shape if you would have bought that bottom right there. Good shape. Yeah, just check it. That super trend. See what see what it changes to at 3 or 6 minutes from now. The 30 minutes gonna finish oversold, or damn near it. Jesus, I mean it's just almost too obvious. We're gonna bust up right through that gap, dude. They keep doing these island tops and island bottoms. They gap it down, gap it up to close the previous gap, to gap it down to close the previous gap, gap up, gap down, gap up, gap down. Easy shit to swing. Day trading right now gets you fucked. Big time. You gotta be running multi-leg strategies to fucking hit that shit accurately. You can do it like every now and then, but on a daily basis, there's no fucking way, dude. You get slaughtered in this market. You have to carefully and just very strategically snipe opportunities unless you're holding for a longer term one, which I am several. Trading options is intraday, bro. Like, that theta will eat you alive. Yeah, I would say that was a pretty well timed bottom right there for that 4-hour super trend. The last one remaining below the price. Did the same shit earlier this morning here with the 3 minute right here. think this one was to the penny. So definitely not bad. Anyways, not much else to see today, I don't think, other than potentially maybe hitting this this 36.50 mark before close. We'll see, man. I'm gonna head out though. I'll leave this up for now. We have 30 seconds left. And that's a wrap. That is a wrap. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like now. Oh, it stayed the same. Interesting. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The next one won't print until Monday. My bad. All right, anyways, y'all have a good weekend.